Dear guests and participants of the conference Art, Image and Exploitation, it's very nice to welcome you here, and the conference takes part within the framework of the 95th anniversary of the Art Academy, and it has been organized, the idea has been conceived by Marko Laimre, Karin Laansoo and Arusoo.
This conference turned a little bit into a film festival with only the best intentions, of course. We will have a pretty intense program for next 2 days. Today consists of 4 movies and 4 videos by 6 artists and filmmakers, followed by a discussion in the evening. Each film is followed by a concise analysis by our presenters. And I will introduce each film and each presenter together right before we start the screening. I hope you will last as long as we have the energy to speak and screen here.
We have 3 artists, Renzo Martens, who will screen episode 3. He's with us and he has an artist talk tomorrow, so you can ask further questions. And after each screening and analyze, you can ask more questions, like if you have some really nice questions. Then we have Laura Nakadate, and then we have Jannike Loker with us, and Teemu Mägi, who will analyze Alina Rudnitska. So for latecomers, there is a live broadcast in another room.
Alors c'est pas pauvreté, c'est poverty, c'est en anglais.
Ouais.
Puisque pour le public, ça doit être anglais. Hein.
Ouais. Biso tolobaka lingala pe français. Bato oyo bakotala makambo oyo kuna na mikili ya mindele, bato wana bazali balobaka anglais. Yango wana omoni barepresente yango na balettre nyonso oyo bakomi awa enjoy, c'est-à-dire nalingi. Poverty.
Linga, c'est un impératif.
Donc, voilà. Linga, hein? Enjoy. Linga, bobola. Hein? Linga, to sepela na bobola. Non, c'est ça.
I watched it twice and now some pieces during this scene as well. And my first reaction was that this person has to be one of the cruelest and most kind of Western, very selfish so-called artist who just for getting his fame uses the powerless people in the world. Picking up Congo, the country or nation which has suffered almost the most in the world, picking up people who just are powerless to make his point, and my first kind of reaction was that he just wants to make another movie about how bad Western aid organizations, how bad Western like peacekeepers, Western business is for developing world. But I tried to kind of push down a bit my anger and my upset that this, and try to see what Mr. Martens wanted actually to say with the movie. Of course, as being engaged with development aid and humanitarian aid, I have to also defend a bit the system and say that his view is quite selfish in this sense as well. It's very simplified picture of UN peacekeepers, for example, or definitely Médecins Sans Frontières organization which has one of the highest moral standards in this field, for sure. But and I hope that this movie just doesn't give the viewer kind of sense that this created system, aid system or business community or something out there which is the reason these people are living like that. I think we see that through his selfishness, how selfish can be a person. This is like over the limits, and I believe for artists this goes above the ethics, how much you can use powerless people in your project. For example, for me, very disturbing was this image of last kind of supper, going back to family with the emblem of the European Commission, and kind of this hopelessness what he puts on these people is just amazing. It touches a lot, and the very moving scene, which I think is the one when he in the village first puts up the logo, enjoying poverty, and the reaction of the community. This wouldn't. I think it shouldn't be allowed to do something like that.
It's unclear to me, why are you upset and angry? And your speech didn't really clarify this to me that much. I mean, if I think of the basic claims that the film seems to be making, I guess we can all agree that it claims or tries to reveal how unfair the power structure in the society is, for example, in Congo. And it tries to reveal or claims that some or many of the aid efforts are inefficient or selfish or mostly benefit the aid giver. And it also, I think, makes the third claim that the very ideological position of the aid efforts very often is politically so impotent that it really can't make a real difference, because it doesn't want to remove the reasons for the poverty.
It's difficult.